Hello, this is take 3 because my camera keeps on freezing. So, sorry. Anyways, so if you don't know, I did a video a few days ago about Aiko, and it was prior to her stream, and I was giving some advice. She didn't really go with that, and shit went down. But in between that, I had DM'd Aiko asking her about her stream with Xylee, and I was like, what's going on? Can you give me some information about this? And it was just a bad idea because, well, she did this. Okay, so Matt Pitt tweeted it out. Aiko just said I was part of a gay op because Edwin was was on the Spurgies. These DMs were sent to me by me. I was not part of any gay op. Edwin called in for 5 minutes. And it's Aiko, and she goes, hey, it is Matt Pitt. He's been doing this with Repzilla and Xylee. Matt was what was missing, and I fucking got him. Don't tell anyone. Can you send me whatever the references are? I remember you shouting the Repzilla claim, but I don't remember who started it. I just remember Leia something asking Twitter if I was mad at commentary for not talking about Edwin gay ops. And I was like, Repzilla claim? Are you talking about Edwin being bi? Because I'm like, what Repzilla claim? Because there was two things. I had two things in mind. I was like, because I knew that she was talking about like, oh, like who started the Edwin is gay rumor, which, look, everyone. Aiko, Xylee, Matt. The Edwin gay rumor has been going on since before Edwin met Salvo. Since before Edwin became part of like the Nick, Bo Black's, Augie trifecta. Okay? Edwin's been rumored to be gay forever, since I can remember. Since he was doing Onision coverage. Okay? People have speculated on his sexuality and have just said he was gay. Okay? It's been a running joke for a long time. Okay? And I know there's people like Edwin and Nick want to be like, well, it's not a joke when Babs says it. But it's been a joke forever. Okay? And it just amplified. The joke amplified itself when Edwin made out with Salvo. That just kind of confirmed it for everyone. Okay? So, anyways. Back to the DMs. Oopsie. And I said, I don't know which stream Edwin mentioned his sexuality. I just remember Mina being in it. We've gone through that over my last video. And she goes, no, we aren't doing that anymore. It's Jover. And I said, I'm sorry. I'm confused. And she said, literally, Matt Pitt did gay ops with Edwin and Salvo on all of us. I have evidence. Edwin is on the Now Recording Spurg Awards 2022, December 11th. And I was like, okay, yeah, I won those. I remember that stream because I won it. I won the ultimate Spurgy 2022, okay? I still think I deserve the Spurgy 2023, regardless of what anybody else says. I am the ultimate Spurg, okay? Everyone loves it when I do it. And, like, I technically did it a few days, like a week or so ago. So, like, I deserve 2023 Spurg. Okay? Anyways. And then she said, the day after the head grabbing and titty shot talk, the day after the cat room recording where Babs tells Edwin she's not comfortable anymore and he needs to leave, and he says he understands. The next day, he is at her house upstairs and she's downstairs for at least an entire day. She's sleeping on the floor or in the living room. He is either in her bed or in the cat room lying about getting laid. I was so confused. And that's how this all happens, okay? Is people not really explaining anything properly to me. You know? Like, I don't know. I don't know if I just did it already. But anyways, we're going to go over. She did her stream. And Xylee called in and Matt called in. Matt called in because after the Xylee call, Xylee leaked, like she talked about the DMs that I sent Matt. Because I was like, okay, you know what? Like I looked at what she was saying. I looked at what Aiko was saying and I looked at the link that she gave me. And I was like, okay, you know what? She's going to go on stream and she's going to make this like really bad claim about Matt. And it's not true. And I know it's not true. And he just needs to be warned. Okay. And, there was a moment where he was like, I want to leak this. And I was like, don't you dare. You promised me you wouldn't. And we had a back and forth about him leaking it. And then I messaged Xylee. I was like, I don't know what to do. I'm freaking out. Matt wants to leak it. I made a mistake. I shouldn't have sent it to him. I was like, oh my God. And then Matt was like, okay, we'll play the waiting game. I was like, whew, okay. And then I was like, thanks, Xylee. You know, I stressed out at you for nothing, but thank you for being there. Anyways, and I didn't show her and I didn't really tell her what it was, but I did tell Matt that he can show whoever he feels he needs to show as long as it doesn't become public. Okay? Like on Twitter. Anyways, and then during Aiko's stream, you'll see she's talking and I'm getting pissed because she's doing exactly what I said in my previous video for her not to do. And there were things that she was saying that was pissing me off. And I was like, okay, Matt, leak it. And he was like, why do I have to leak it? You leak it. I was like, no, you leak it. It has to do with you. And we had a back and forth about who was going to leak it. And then Xylee technically leaked it. Anyways, let's go into this one.
So look, Aiko, I just want to put something in perspective for you, okay?
Okay.
And this is a true perspective.
Okay.
All right. If I was part of some plot to help Edwin's narrative, I would in turn be helping Salvo. And if you knew anything about me and Salvo, I would never help that man.
Okay. I don't want to, okay.
For what he put me through, and hey, we don't even have to mention Babs at this point. For what?
And you can kind of hear Aiko like, okay, I don't know why you're bringing this up. This has nothing to do with anything, right? But to Xylee, it's like it has everything to do with everything because if I help Edwin with his narrative, I'm also helping Salvo. But to Aiko, she's not putting that together. So it's like two people not getting each other, really.
He put me through in 2022 and still doing it over a year later. Do you really think I would want to help him?
I was under the impression that your agreement was to not talk about it because
there was no agreement.
Oh, wait,
there was
what?
There was no. It wasn't an
What?
agreement. It wasn't an agreement. It was me saying I'm not going to talk about this again, and I held up to what I told him.
And so that part, I was like, that kind of sounds like an agreement. Okay. And it's a bunch of this whole call. When it comes to Aiko, even when it comes to Matt, the other, when Matt calls in, it's a bunch of semantics. Okay. Okay. Because if you're looking at it from good faith, like ultra charitable, like a charitable position, it's like, yeah, no, that's not an agreement. Right. I know Xylee. I know, like, it wasn't like her and Edwin coming together and agreeing, like, hey, I'm not going to talk about you anymore. And, you know, you just back off of me kind of thing. Because in Xylee's mind, that's an agreement. There's two parties coming at, there's a mutual benefit to both parties. And they come to an agreement to benefit both of them. Okay? So that's an agreement. And that literally is an agreement. However, to Aiko, and if you're looking at it in a bad faith way, Xylee, you told Edwin that you wouldn't talk about it, and you held up to your, I guess you want to say, promise, but it's really an agreement. You agreed to not talk about it anymore because you didn't have the scope agreement, right? So that's the both sides of it. Okay, like I said, I don't know if I said it because I've done 3 takes, but I'm both sidesing this entire video. Okay, anyways, so yeah, so to Aiko, she's like, wait, what? No, that's an agreement. And Xylee's like, no, that's not an agreement. And that's how this whole call goes, basically. I can't.
It wasn't like we had a cabal meeting going, okay, Xylee, if you agree not to talk about this anymore. You're saying an agreement, that's what it makes it sound like. I literally just said exactly what he played.
Okay, wait.
What he played is exactly what I played.
Agreement too, actually. Come on.
I mean, okay, maybe, I don't know, I don't remember. But all it was exactly what he played. It was me saying, I'm never going to talk about this again. You know why, Aiko? Because I didn't have the range anymore because of how bad I fucked up in that live stream.
Okay, you told me this, right? Can you address what just happened in the portion of the VOD that I played?
By the end of that live stream, I am exhausted. I know I have fucked up. I'm sitting here.
And this is where another part where Aiko asks a question and Xylee doesn't seem to be answering that question. Even to me, when watching this, I was like, what does that have to do with anything? What is, by the end of the stream, I was exhausted and I was tired, have to do with what was said on the stream? That's not what Aiko asked. And so to Aiko, in Aiko's mind, she's thinking, Xylee, why are you just making excuses? Just answer the question. And to Xylee, it's like, I can't answer that question without saying this, because that's like, I have to front load it, because if I don't front load it, you're going to use it against me. And that's how, like I said, that's how this whole thing goes.
Here thinking, oh my God, my friend Beavers, I pissed him off. I have said some stupid shit in this live stream. I just want it over. The extra information, and Eva can tell you this, the extra information she gave me was about the cat room and fine details about the car ride.
Right.
Okay?
So why did you say threesome as
He
well?
also said, okay, and he said something that he's worried about. I feel like Edwin was worried about something with the threesome. But we didn't. But when me and Eva talked to Babs, it wasn't really about the. Wait, you gotta let me finish. You gotta let me finish. You gotta let me finish. When me and Eva talked to Babs, we barely touched on the threesome for the simple fact that since the beginning, Babs has said that threesome was consensual.
Yes.
That's why I was more about the car ride.
She was also purely about the car ride.
Right.
So.
And I know that it's like the people that don't like Xylee are gonna be like, she's just making excuses. She didn't answer the question, but she did answer the question. She just answered the question. She said, I felt like he was worried about the threesome. Technically, me personally, I was like, what does this have to do with anything? But afterwards, hindsight, of course, I realized that Aiko was trying to say that Xylee was the reason why the threesome information came out and the Edwin gay rumor started. Like, Aiko, I can see it now. She hasn't really confirmed it, but based on watching the stream, I'm pretty damn confident the reason why Aiko was talking about this, and the reason why Aiko brought Matt into it and brought the stream clip that we're gonna see into it, was because Aiko was trying to be like, see guys, it wasn't Babs that started the gay rumor. It was Matt and Xylee. They started the gay rumor because they started talking about the threesome, and they started talking about people getting laid. And like, it's just, it's so, to me, it doesn't matter. Yes, Edwin tried to use that as his big, oh, Babs is a liar, gotcha. And yes, Nick supports that. But holy crap, it's because everyone's just being super good faith. Okay? Nick's like, oh yeah, no, I mean, it sounds like she's really trying to say that you're gay. But if it was anybody else but Babs, I don't think that Nick would have taken that as someone actually trying to lie on someone. I think Nick would have taken that as a fucking joke, which it was. It was always a joke, and you'll see Aiko have issue with people saying Babs calling Edwin gay wasn't a joke. You'll see. You'll see.
So, when did Babs ever bring up the threesome in public on her own? Because I also saw you say something about you changing. Did you change your stance? What was it? Someone said that you. Fuck! I have too many windows. Cool. Well, we'll look into that. Tell me about this clip that I just played, though.
I just did.
Okay.
I literally just
so
did.
You misspoke, though.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Because I heard him say about what he was nervous about, and that's what he was nervous about.
Okay.
There was something about the threesome he was nervous about.
Do you understand how it sounds exactly the same?
Do you understand how fucked up that whole goddamn live stream was, and I have felt guilty ever since?
This is why I didn't want to talk to you, because you just talked about how you feel guilty about.
And that's the thing. Like, Aiko's looking for straight, direct answers. And Xylee to Aiko is not giving straight, direct answers. Understandably. Because if Xylee just said, yes, I said that Babs told me that Edwin was worried about something in the threesome. I said that, you know. If she just said that, Aiko would be like, boom, got you, right? And so Xylee can't do that because that's one, removing all context, and two, just falling into the trap that Aiko's trying to set. But in Aiko's mind, I'm not trying to set a trap. I'm just looking for answers, right? So it's just, and it is a trap. It was a trap because if Xylee, like I said, if Xylee just said, yeah, I did. I said that Babs said that Edwin was worried about the threesome. Babs never told me that kind of situation. Okay. I don't know if I lost you guys because I did take an edible and it is hitting because I did take this in 3 steps. I took it in 3 tries. Hi, I'm high.
You're the one who brought up who wanted to talk to me, and then I changed my mind and said, sure, because, I mean, I've never lied to you.
Oh my
I've never,
God.
hold on, my cat is being stupid. The cat is being stupid, hold on. Hey, no.
Nobody cares.
And I've never lied to you, Aiko, and you were my friend. We were no shenanigans 2023.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I was about to make t-shirts with that shit.
Nobody
What?
cares.
You know, not saying an actual lie, but not telling the truth. That impacts the same way. It's the same. To
But
me,
what didn't I tell you the truth about?
right now, can you very clearly say what this was that I just played? No other shit about guilt. No baggage on top of
It was at the end of the live stream. I was exhausted. It was at the end of the live.
And that's the thing. Like, Aiko just literally said very clearly, just say what happened at the stream. And Xylee starts with, here's what I was feeling and the reason why I misspoke. But it would have gone so much smoother if Xylee would have just been like, I misspoke, and just left it at that. Because at the end of this conversation, that's what happens. Xylee's like, I misspoke. But the thing is, you can hear Aiko trying to be like, you realize that not lying, but not saying the truth is the same thing. So, and like, I'm just assuming everybody's intention, but Xylee clearly, I'm assuming, saw the trap. Aiko was trying to trap, okay? And Aiko wanted direct answers, but that's the other thing. Aiko, big screen. Aiko, you don't give direct answers. So you don't get to demand direct answers from people until you start giving direct answers to people, okay? That whole Discord DM shenanigans, none of that was direct. None of that was direct. That was just a throw up of information on me. And I knew there was no way I knew that if I started asking questions like why and how, like, I'd be stuck in that conversation with you for hours, okay? And me personally, I can't be texting someone back and forth for hours. I can't even be on a VC with someone. Okay? Matt knows. Mr. Sen knows. Fucking Edwin knows. Everyone knows. You get in a VC with me, and the tiniest little pebble, if I trip on that little pebble, it's derailing. And whatever we went into VC to talk about initially, it will never happen. It doesn't happen. Okay? So I knew that there was absolutely no way for me to try to dissuade you, to try to talk you out of this, because one, I just assumed you're in a manic state and there's no talking to you. And two, it was late. I did not want to be in that conversation forever. So I just let you go. I let you go with it. And then I warned Matt because I knew that you were going to try to say shit and I needed him to not be blindsided. Had you tried with Xylee, had you done that to me in the Xylee case, like you sent that Xylee stuff, like, here's what I think about Xylee, I probably would have warned her too, just to be honest. Because none of it makes sense. You were connecting dots that weren't there. Okay? But I can understand your frustration here. Yes? I can understand your frustration here because to you said, give me a direct answer what happened, and Xylee repeats the non-direct.
I stream. I was exhausted. D-Max asked that question, okay? I answered the question about when he whipped his dick out. That's talking about the car ride, all right? And then then I remembered him asking about what he was nervous about, and then I said something about the threesome. Like, whatever happened at the threesome. And that's probably going back when it was the rumor that he sucked Salvo's dick.
It was always a rumor from the beginning. It was just Repzilla.
But you know, Babs.
Repzilla got baited into telling a lie.
He did. He got baited, all right.
And
The
he
reverse
lied,
is a good
right?
one for that.
Babs did not tell him that, right? That
I don't know. I don't talk to Repzilla. I don't know what Babs told Repzilla. I don't talk to him.
Oh.
The only time I ever talked to him is when he was on my streams. So when I talked to him, everybody else saw me talking to him.
Okay. See, this is part of
You
what
do
I
know
had
Repzilla has a
of.
reputation, right? You do know Repzilla has a reputation in this community,
Kylie,
right?
Come on. Calm down. Just turn it down. Let's be people a little bit more.
I've been people this whole time. You're the one going around saying I'm lying.
And see, that's the thing. So, like I said, two people not being direct. Aiko not asking direct questions. Aiko knew what she wanted to ask. Aiko knew, why did you say Babs told you that Edwin was worried about the threesome when Babs never talked to you? And Aiko should have asked it that way, but Aiko was trying to get Xylee to admit it without being pushed to admit it. I don't know. That's what I assume. And so Xylee is trying to explain, because Xylee's got an idea of what the fuck Aiko's talking about, but Xylee's thinking, oh, it's just the threesome that you're talking about, that I said the threesome, that I mentioned the threesome. And Aiko's thinking, what else did you say about that? What's that one thing? It's just one fucking thing. And it's Aiko not asking a direct question. So when you don't ask direct questions, you're not going to get a direct answer. It's two people not saying what they really mean. It's just not, it's not, sorry. It's not two people not saying what they really mean. It's two people not just saying what they need to say to end the conversation. And like I said, I understand. And it's hindsight, okay? Because when you're in there, actually, I don't know if I said it, because like I said, I've done this 3 times. When you're in the conversation and you're in the phone call, you're not seeing it. Like me and Xylee, after the stream, I messaged Xylee and I sent her a clip. And I was like, what did you lie about in this clip? Because I still don't get it, right? And Xylee did answer me, but her answer I didn't get, okay? I didn't understand it. I can't pull it up right now, but I couldn't understand it. And I was like, no. And we went back and forth for a minute, okay? And then after reading back, like, we got capped, okay? Me and Xylee went all caps on each other, okay? And then after reading it back, and I was like, oh, okay, no, you're right. Okay, no, you're right. You did answer that. Okay, I just didn't get it right then and there. Okay, because it, like, there was a direct shot. Okay, hold on. Let me draw it. Okay. Me and Xylee were driving, okay? And I wanted to stop. This is a metaphor, Aiko. It's a metaphor. And I wanted to stop and ask a question. And so we did stop. However, we ended up shopping around. You know, in the different stores instead of just getting the one thing at the one store. And then we didn't buy anything from any of the other stores. But we ended up buying the thing that we needed in the end. Okay? So we did this. Okay? To get to the answer. Okay? We had a trip. Okay? And it's because, one, I didn't understand her answer. Okay? Until I got the answer at the end. And then I reread our conversation. And then I was like, oh. Yeah, you did answer it right away. And maybe it's because I'm fucking autistic, just like Aiko or something. But I'm not microdosing. So, don't microdose. I don't know. It just seems like Aiko's a very good do not microdose warning label. But yeah, this is what's going on. Is two people just not giving direct answers, and for good reason. At least on Xylee's part. Because Aiko was trying to get her on shit and trying to get her to admit to shit. And Xylee knew it. And like I said, I'm just assuming intentions. I gotta say that because God forbid, right? God forbid Jessica lie about something. Because all of these people are so freaking literal. Okay? Until they don't want to be. So I gotta say that I'm just assuming intentions here. Okay? Fucking A.
You literally, this is a lie even if you got confused. Okay, how about
Holy
this?
fuck.
All right,
okay.
what do you
All
think?
right, fine. I misspoke. Does that sound better? I misspoke. How about that?
Yeah,
I misspoke.
that was
Because I know
smart.
one thing. This whole time that we have been talking, I have never lied to you.
Oh my God, stop. God, stop.
You're the one
This
saying
is
that
not-
I lied to you.
You are tipstering me, and I hate that. It
Ma'am,
made me crazy.
If you don't
okay?
want me to go crazy, you will not tell me that again.
Oh God. I mean, all right. Continue.
So what I lie about?
Literally this. Right
But Aiko,
here. Yeah.
Aiko, you found that at a
else.
later date. What did I lie to you
Listen.
about on Friday when you went off on me?
I'm not going to talk. Listen.
What did I lie about on Friday? Because that's when you said I lied, not this new information you got. What did I lie to you about on Friday?
And so that's the part where, that's like the thing that I said, Xylee, and I was like, what? It sounded like you admitted to lying. And and she answered the question, but it wasn't, I didn't get it, okay? Point blank period. Just saying, y'all. Anyways, I didn't get it. And so that's the clip that I said, and I was like, what was? And then, like, she answered the question, but I kept on, because I didn't get it, I kept on going. So then she was like, nobody knows what I lied about. And I was like, but you said in this clip. And then she's like, bitch, I already answered you. And I was like, oh, okay, my bad. Sorry. You know, but we still, nobody knows what the first thing that Xylee lied about. Nobody knows. Probably because it never fucking happened. Okay? Whatever the case is. Like, nobody knows. Because Aiko's just not there. Aiko went from, I'm just gonna shit on this person and I'm gonna react to these streams, to conspiracy theory, Foyleton hat, kind of, I'm not gonna speak on it right at this moment. And I might have to do a part 2 and just do Matt's later, because I'm already like 30 minutes in. And I don't want this to be a big video, and I don't want to keep on going, because there's probably things that I've been already saying that might piss people off. And I don't know. Aiko scares the shit out of me. Okay? Aiko scares me more than Nick scares me. Okay? And Nick doesn't even scare me as much as just, it's like, I hate when he talks about me. Okay? That's the only thing. But Aiko scares me. Okay? And I might have to do a part 2. But yeah, like, Aiko. Definitely go watch the rest of the stream, because I'm not gonna do this anymore. Because it's so ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. Aiko, I feel like me and you have that same kind of mindset. Okay? And that mindset got me into so much trouble in the community before, where you think that in your head, you think that you're doing this and you're explaining everything perfectly, and you don't know why anybody's confused. Okay? But I and I still do it. Like I said, I did it to Xylee in DMs. Okay? She gave me the answer. I didn't think she gave me the answer until at the end, when I was like, oh, you're right. You answered it. Okay? Aiko, we can't expect people to think like us in this community. Okay? So we have to work harder to think like them, so that when we're asking questions, we're not causing more confusion or more issues than needs to be. Like, I can understand that you think you were asking direct questions, but you weren't. And you can't expect direct answers if you're not asking direct questions. Okay? And in the case of me and Xylee in DMs, I asked a direct question and I got a direct answer, and I still didn't get it. Okay? So we'll slip up every once in a while. And I think that you should come back, and I think that you should continue doing this Edwin expose thing. You know, just leave Babs out of it. And also, I'm going to say this, and I'll probably say it when I go over the Matt call. You talking about anything to do with Babs, even if it's you talking about what Xylee had to do with Babs, is about Babs. So you trying to go after Xylee, or you trying to go after Matt, or you trying to go after Salvo, or you trying to go after Keemstar, or, you know, is Babs. But if you come back and you start exposing all those old videos that Edwin did and that Edwin's past, that's not about Babs. And you can totally do that. And I look forward to that. And I'm sure other people look forward to that. Because he's gotten rid of a lot of stuff. So, you know, Edwin likes to be like, oh, you know, everyone's just so deceitful and they're such liars. Edwin, you have years of being deceitful and a liar. The Onision documentary is one situation. Okay? Which you didn't even take full accountability on. Because the issue with that was you were telling other creators not to go on that documentary because whatever reason, whether it be like, oh, they're just, you know, they're going to be bad to, you know, the girls don't want anybody talking about it, or, you know, Sarah or whatnot. Like, you were telling all these creators not to go on it and giving them reasons why it would be bad if they went on it, and then you were on it. So you lied to them, and you lied to us, because regardless of whether or not you were on like some NDA or whatnot, you could have told them in DMs privately that you went on it, and you never did. Everyone was shocked. You didn't tell nobody nothing, and nobody knows why. Why the fuck you didn't tell anybody that you went on to the Onision documentary, but you told everyone not to do it? Okay? You lied about the Olivia stuff. And you still, like, whenever you take accountability, you're not actually taking accountability. Your last live stream was you continuing to put the blame on everyone else except for yourself. Do you understand that, Edwin? Yeah. Anyways, so Aiko, I think that you should continue to expose Edwin's past. And just stay in his past. Okay? And that's how you can talk about Edwin without talking about Babs. Okay? Because this stream, this is not you avoiding Babs. Okay? And in this stream, you blame Xylee for talking about Babs. Let me see.
What I lie to you about? Because
Listen,
you asked for that link.
listen.
You asked for that
Yeah,
link,
because Nick
and if I
asked
was
for
trying, you know what? Either way, because every time you asked for a link, I gave it to you. Okay, and I can show you the DMs that I have already cropped out from my editor, and I went to my editor and says I could.
Side note, I said I know. I said I wasn't going to go through with this anymore, but I'm going through it more.
When Nick won it, and she was like, fine. I said, we can look for it tomorrow because I don't know where it is, where Verse did what he did. And it was like 30 minutes later, she gave it to me, and I gave it to you. If I was trying to hide that, would I have even given it to you?
I mean, if Nick wants it, it's inevitable. He asked me for that. So
Let me tell you something.
Made it over to you.
If I was trying to hide it, would I give it to you to give to Nick? No.
I mean, you would have to. Nick was asking for it.
Why would I have to? He wouldn't be putting a gun to my head to make me do it.
Because.
And so this part I was also confused, and I'm still kind of confused. I believe that what's going on is Aiko was asking for a link to a stream, and she wanted this one. She wanted this one that she's going over right now. And Xylee sent a link to the other stream where Repzilla got baited by Verst, I guess, or the other way around. I'm not sure. This whole thing was still fucking confusing for me. Okay, personally. I was just like, I have no fucking idea what's going on whatsoever.
It would
because
be
why?
found anyway. Xylee, if you're gonna try.
I mean, not if I deleted it. I don't do the whole debate bro shit.
Knows that it's like
I
super,
don't know. I don't
know.
do debate bro shit. You know that. Don't even try the whole debate bro thing with me because I don't do that debate bro shit. You know that.
Well,
okay?
Anyone
We're
who
just
watches
talking.
Destiny tries. Okay. That's, again, Nick was looking for it. It's just a matter of time. You told me that you could probably get it to me Sunday.
Yeah, but that's what you yelled at me about Friday.
About was there on her
Black
live
was
stream
there.
openly talking about like the true crime, like gory details of Bab's situation. Like that was pretty. And you just went along with what Repzilla said. It was never confirmed.
You do know that Babs has been on my channel and she would allude to gay stuff happening between Salvo and Edwin. You do know that she said it without saying it on my channel, right? You do know she went on Salvo streams and pretty much said gay stuff happened between them, right? You do know that on the Keemstar show, she alluded to it and said it without saying it, right?
And that part I was like, okay, Aiko's gonna twist that on her. Aiko's gonna twist this on Xylee. And I hope that she doesn't. She's gonna twist it on Xylee. Because the way Xylee said, she kind of said it without saying it, right? That could be literally used against everyone. It could be used against me. It could be used against Matt. It could be used against Aiko. It could be used against Xylee. It could be used against Edwin. It could be used against Repzilla. It could be used against people in chat. It could be used against everyone. If we're going by, they said it without saying it, which is what that whole that other issue that like, oh well, Babs never said it was rape. But other people were like, yeah, well, she said it without saying it. But that's the thing, like, you can't argue that. Because, like, that's just like, okay, but she never said it. It doesn't matter if you think she said it without saying it. It doesn't matter if you think the situation she explained and laid out sounds like that, sounds like grape or essay to you. If she didn't say it, she didn't say it. Okay? And that's the thing. And so, like, that, what Xylee just said, you know she said it without saying it, right? Can literally be used against all of us. Okay? Because there's plenty of times where we will kind of tiptoe around a subject because we're not sure about it, or we're not 100% confirmed about it. Like, this whole stream could be me saying that Aiko was gay-opping without saying that Aiko was gay-opping. You see how that can be twisted? And so I don't like that whole, well, they said it without saying it. But they didn't say it. So that's the whole point. Like, let's just dumb everything down. Dumb it down. Because if you can see, as you can see in this chat, okay, you see some of these Aiko people, yeah, we need to dumb it down, okay? Dumb it down for me, okay? Because not only do I have a hard time explaining things, I have a hard time understanding things. So dumb it down for me, dumb it down for Aiko's chat and her fans. Just dumb it down. We got to double down. Okay? Double down on the dumbing down. Okay? And it'll just make everything easy for everybody. Okay? But also, like, honestly, I would prefer to be able to continue, like, saying things and skirting around things because I'm not 100% sure on things. So either dumb it down or don't say they said something without saying it. Because you can't have it both ways. In my world. And this is my channel. And so this is my world. And if you don't want to live in this world, don't come on my channel. Carry on.
That's very interesting that you're putting that on Babs.
It's true. She did.
Is that significant? Is the gay stuff alluding to gay stuff significant?
But you're putting it on me and Rexilla.
It's not significant, and Xylie's right. It's not significant, Aiko. So why are you bringing it up as if it is, and trying to put the blame on other people if it's not significant? The better idea would have been like, hey, I don't know why Edwin spent so long talking about Babs calling him gay. Like I did in my other video. Okay? That would have been a better idea. But it's not significant, Aiko. I agree with you. It's not significant. I don't know why Edwin and Nick think it's so significant. However, you are trying to blame it and put it on Xylee and Matt because you obviously think that it's like okay. Literally what Aiko's doing is everyone's making a big deal about Babs calling Edwin gay. So now I have to find somebody else to blame so that the heat can be taken off of Babs. That's literally what Aiko's doing. Not literally, because I don't know. Let me just say that. Because God forbid. But literally, okay, we're just going to go with that.
Actual people.
Why do I care about Edwin's narrative? It has nothing to do with Edwin's narrative.
You literally, why does gay allegations matter, Xylee? Why are they relevant all of a sudden?
Why are you getting mad at me over gay allegations? Do you think me and Rexilla started a cabal?
Oh, saying that Babs perpetrated.
Because we were on a live
stream. Weren't you on the call after the Assistant Sailor stream when everyone talked about, like, when Babs' story was told for the first time?
So, that's something. I watched that Assistant Sailor stream Babs never went on that stream. Okay? She was in chat. That was the first time that I noticed Babs talking about alluding to saying something without saying something. Okay? She was alluding to Salvo kissing and telling. She said, Salvo, don't you kiss and tell? I have a video about it as well. It's the Edwin video, okay? Go look at it. That has the timeline. And I go over every single, I go over all the messages, all the things that Babs was saying in chat. So Babs wasn't on that stream. She never called into that stream. She was in chat, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. And she wasn't present. And
Yep.
so people were told about the threesome,
Hey.
right?
Okay, but Aiko, you have to
But-
understand.
Also,
Aiko, you gotta let me, let
also,
me finish.
they weren't talking. Please, Aiko, show me where Assistant Sailor and Salvo or anybody that was on that stream talked about the Bab stuff. Because I watched that stream. Okay? I actually watched it because I was also watching chat. Please tell me where they talked about Babs. Because I don't remember that ever coming up. I am almost 100% certain Babs never came up on that stream. I'm almost 100% certain she wasn't even alluded to in that stream, okay? I'm pretty certain she was ignored in chat by Salvo and Assistant Sailor in that stream. Pretty certain. But either way, know this. That stream was not about Babs. It wasn't supposed to be about Babs. But Babs was in chat saying things. So if anything, on that Assistant Sailor stream, and like I said, I don't remember, but I'm pretty damn sure they never talked about Babs. But if anything alluding to Babs was mentioned, you can blame Babs for it. Because she didn't have to be sitting there in chat saying things about Edwin and Salvo. She didn't have to. Because it wasn't about her. Carrying on.
Do you think that a bunch of people in the same community and one of their own, something is about to pop off about them, they don't get together and try to figure out what was going on?
No.
You don't think that happens? You
I
don't think
never
people
do
talk
that.
in the background? I mean, a lot of
never
talking
do
in the
that.
background. I'm looking at Jessica Pizzle's DMs with you right now, where you're trying to say it's Matt Pitt that was behind everything.
All right. Well, if you want to go there. Okay. Yeah.
I just
Alright,
know.
sure that-
I just know. Me and Matt Pitt were just like, she did it. She did it. She did it. Oh shit. Oh shit. I'm pretty sure Matt said, let me see. Pretty sure Matt said, I don't know. I'm just gonna say Matt said, oh my god, girl! And he typed it just like that. And this is a story and I'm sticking to it. And he said, OMG space GIIIIRRRRLLLL. And then he did the hands emoji. And he said, girl, I'm leaking. And I was like, girl, go off, queen. And he said, yes, bitch. And that's what happened. 100%. If he denies it, then he's just a liar McLiarson.
You want to do this?
That it is Matt
You wanna do
Pitt.
this?
He's been
Okay.
doing this with
You
Repzilla
wanna-
and Xylee.
Yeah,
Matt was
okay,
what was
okay.
missing, and I fucking
wasn't
got him.
gonna. I
Don't
wasn't
tell
gonna.
anyone.
Hey, Matt.
What are you gonna do?
Matt, this is
Matt
Xylee's
Pitt.
fault. This is Xylee's fault, Matt. Once again,
Okay.
room, altercation, or whatever. Yes, I understand, etc. Do you know where he was the day after? Instead of going home?
Where was he? I mean, I know what it says here, but you might as well go ahead and tell your audience.
Why don't you tell? Okay, if you have it, then
That's so irritating too. Did you see that? So Aiko was like, "Do you know where he was the day, whatever?" And then Xylee was like, "Well, where was he? I mean, I can see it where it says it, but why don't you say that?" And Aiko's like, "Well, why don't you say it?" No, Aiko, you answer a question you know the answer to, you answer it, or you ask Sorry. You ask a question you know the answer to, you answer it. Don't try to get Xylee to do it. No, why did you ask the question that you already knew the answer to? That's where it comes that's where it kind of comes to the point where it's like, okay, you're just trying to trap me and shit. You're trying to debate bro me. I ain't gonna do it, okay? And you can see me in chat like, oh, okay, holy shit, my man. I had to tell him because it wasn't accurate. Anyways, there's a point where Babs comes in the chat, and I'm trying to find it.
Then say it.
Shout out Rubzilla. I just remembered Leah something
There it
asking
is.
Twitter.
Your friends and peers. Okay? That was my plan.
There we go. There's Babs. Someone just called me and woke me up. I meant to say something earlier. I am just going to put out a tweet. I am very overwhelmed by
What
this.
the fuck? Exactly. God. Riley, what the fuck? Why did you
What?
say...
What's wrong, Aiko? Did I foil your plan? Them pesky kids? If it
No.
wasn't for those pesky kids, is that what I did?
So like to Aiko, Aiko's like, oh my god, it's your fault that Babs is in the chat now. Like, she shouldn't be involved in this. I wasn't talking about Babs. I was just talking about a situation about Babs, but it wasn't about Babs. And Xylee, this is your fault that she's in the chat and she just got woken up. And then she goes on to blame Xylee and like cry about it when really you made a stream about Babs. Babs shows up in streams about Babs. Okay? It's really just your fault. It really is your fault, Aiko. I'm sorry. It's not Xylee's fault that Babs ended up in this chat. Okay? It is your fault because you made a stream about Babs. But yeah, she tries to blame Xylee. And then Xylee's like, oh, did I foil your plan? And to Aiko's like, oh, Xylee called and told Babs and woke up Babs. But 100% I don't doubt, like X to doubt on Xylee, who can't talk on stream and text at the same time and gets pissy if you DM her while she's on live. X to doubt on Xylee being the one to reach out to Babs. Okay. There was plenty of people watching this whole live stream. I think it was like, I don't know, like 100, 200, who knows? Who fucking knows? There was a lot of people watching this. It wasn't Xylee's fault that Babs came in there. It was your fault, Aiko. And that's why I said, you don't have to talk about Babs anymore. Talk about Edwin's past, and you can A-log Edwin's past and put it all out there and archive it, okay? Do it better than my Cody Rants archive. Because that was not an archive. But anyways, I hope that it wasn't too chaotic. I hope I stayed semi-coherent. And I hope you guys enjoyed. But yeah, I'll do the Matt one later. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. And have a good day. Goodbye.